Every time you chase growth, every time you try to change your life, your business, your health, you enter a cycle. And if you don't understand this cycle, you're almost guaranteed to quit before you break through. Now let me show you something. It's called the emotional cycle of change. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So there's 5 stages, and stage 1 is uninformed optimism. This is where it begins, you see. The new idea, the new plan, the excitement, you feel unstoppable. You feel motivated and everything's clear in your mind. This time it'll be different. This strategy is the one. I'm ready to take it on. But here's the truth. You're not optimistic because it's easy. You're optimistic because you don't know how hard it's going to get. You see? And that's the important piece. You don't know how hard it's going to get. And that's where stage 2 comes in, which is informed pessimism. Then it hits the reality, the complexity, the resistance. You start to realize this is way harder than I thought it was going to be. This is more work than I expected it to be. I'm struggling. I'm not getting results fast enough. And then, of course, your motivation starts to drop. Doubt creeps in. You start comparing yourself to others. This is where most people begin to backpedal and they begin to start questioning their plan. Enter stage 3, which is the valley of despair. You don't want to stay here for too long. This is the hardest part. This is the pit, the valley of despair. You feel stuck. You've put time, energy, maybe even money, and you're not seeing the payoff. This is very natural. This is where people say, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Or you might say, maybe this isn't the right time or the right path for me. Maybe I'll try something else, something more comfortable. And so you quit. But here is the big problem with this. You don't just quit the plan, you restart the cycle. You hear what I'm saying? So you're not just quitting the plan, you're restarting the whole cycle, and you have to go back up to stage 1. Find a new idea, do it all over again. But this is what the very few percentage of people do differently. They don't quit in the valley of despair. No, they push through. So you got to ask yourself, are you going to push through? Because they understand that this is the low point. It's not a sign to stop. It's a signal that transformation is now underway. Okay? Because right after stage 4 is informed optimism. And informed optimism is now you know the obstacles. You understand the work that's required. You have more skills. You're more resilient. You're more aware. And then, stage 5, success and fulfillment. Not because it was easy, because everyone's going to tell you that, oh, look how easy it was for you to become a fastest growing company, a 40 under 40, growing this 7-figure company, right? Look how easy it was for you. No, it wasn't easy. You just knew that you had to go through the valley of despair and have informed optimism to get there. It's because you earned it. Because you didn't bail when it got hard. Because you kept moving when it made no sense to keep going. And this cycle will repeat itself. I just went through it. So let me ask you now, where in this cycle are you? Be honest. Are you riding high on uninformed optimism? Are you second guessing everything in informed pessimism? Are you stuck in the valley of despair? Because if you are, don't quit, don't restart, don't repeat. The valley isn't the end. It feels like it, but it's not. The valley is just the middle. And if you keep moving, and if you keep adjusting, and if you keep learning, you will break through, and you will see success and fulfillment. And you'll become someone new in the process. And every time you go through this process, you will become a new person, which is the beauty part of this whole journey. the growth and the person, not the success, but the person that you become along the way. Every goal that you've ever quit on, you were probably in the valley of despair. So let's not do that this time, right? Let's push through and make it count so that you can reach your true success and fulfillment.